So what if I told you that earning extra income with AI isn't some crazy thing from a sci-fi movie? I mean, it's happening right now, and you absolutely do not need a coding degree or a ton of cash to get in on it. Seriously, tons of people are already doing this, and it's way, way more accessible than you might think. We're going to show you exactly how with a simple, practical guide.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the opportunity itself. Then we'll get you set up with a digital toolbox. Super simple stuff. After that, we dive into the fun part, practical ways you can actually earn money. Then we'll let you in on the secret sauce, the one thing you cannot skip. And finally, we'll give you a clear roadmap to get started like today. All right, first up, let's talk about the opportunity. Because, before you learn the how, it really helps to understand the why. And this isn't some guess about the future. We're talking about a real, tangible demand that you can start meeting right now to build a nice little side income.
This is the big question, right? It totally sounds like hype, and let's be honest, a lot of stuff you see online is. But all the research is clear. With the right approach, the answer is a huge, resounding yes. There are real, repeatable ways for beginners to start making money with this.
And look, we're not talking about some vague promise of getting rich. The sources all point to this number, $500 a month, as a totally achievable goal for someone who's just starting out. This isn't a get-rich-quick thing. It's about building a consistent, meaningful side income. So how do we actually get there? Well, it all starts with having the right tools.
Okay, let's move on to our second section, your digital toolbox. And I want you to think of this as your starter kit. You do not need to become an expert in dozens of complicated programs. You just need a couple of key players on your team.
So here's your basic starter kit. You've got awesome tools like ChatGPT for all your writing and brainstorming, Canva for making beautiful designs without being a designer, and even stuff like Jasper for more specialized marketing copy. But here's the key thing to remember. You don't need to master all of these. Seriously, just pick one or two to get started and you're good to go.
In fact, if you're wondering where the absolute best place to start is, it's right here. ChatGPT for the words and Canva for the visuals. This 1-2 punch is powerful enough on its own to create amazing sellable content. I'm talking blog posts, social media graphics, even entire content plans for clients.
All right, so you've got your tools. Now let's get to the heart of it in Section 3, Practical Ways to Earn. We're going to focus on two of the services that are in super high demand right now, content writing and social media management.
The need for written content is just absolutely massive. I mean, every single business needs it to find customers, but writing well takes a ton of time and skill, and that's where you come in. By using a tool like ChatGPT, you can knock out a really solid first draft in minutes. A job that used to take 5 hours might now only take 1. That's a game changer. Now here is another huge pain point for small businesses everywhere. They know they should be on social media, but they have zero time to do it and frankly, no idea what to even post. You can be the hero here by offering to create a whole month of content for them. That's a service that can bring you steady, recurring income every single month. And this table just perfectly shows how you get to that $500 goal. See, it's not about landing one giant client. It's about stacking up a few smaller gigs. Let's look at this breakdown. 10 blog posts at just $25 each, that's $250 right there. Then you add a few social media caption bundles, which are super easy to make, maybe one resume writing gig and one newsletter, and boom, you've hit your $500 target. It's so achievable when you break it down like this.
Let's make this even more real. Here is a step-by-step game plan for just one social media client, okay? Step 1. You use ChatGPT to brainstorm a whole month's worth of post ideas for, let's say, a local dentist. Step 2. You pop over to Canva and create the graphics using their amazing templates. Step 3. You package it all together as a monthly service. For that, you can easily charge $250 a month. Now here's the best part. Just land 2 clients like that and you've already hit your $500 goal. Okay, now for our fourth section. And listen up because this is probably the most important part of this whole thing. The tools are amazing, but this is what separates the people who make a little money from the people who really succeed. It's all about your human touch.
This quote right here is the absolute secret to success. Anyone can copy and paste from an AI. Clients are not paying for that. They're paying for you. They're paying for your unique skill, your ability to edit, to add some personality, to check the facts, and to make sure the AI's output actually sounds like their brand. That is the real value you're selling.
So a great way to think about it is that AI is your co-pilot, not the pilot. To really stand out, you have to always edit and humanize the output.
And hey, if you can find a specific niche you like, say tech or health, you can charge way more, because specialists always do. Another pro tip? Bundle your services. Offer a blog post and the social media captions to promote it. And of course, always do a final polish with a tool like Grammarly to make sure everything looks professional.
And that brings us to our final section, a super practical, no-fluff roadmap to get you going. This is all about turning everything you just learned into actual, real-world action.
Here it is, your 4-step launch plan. Super simple. 1. Pick just 2 or 3 tools you feel good about. ChatGPT and Canva are the perfect pair to start. 2. Create a few sample pieces to show people what you can do. 3. Get yourself set up on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or LinkedIn. And 4. Here's a great little hack to get started. Find some local businesses on Google Maps and offer to create a few posts for them for free. It is such a powerful way to build your portfolio and get that first yes.
So we'll end on this thought. This whole AI movement, it isn't really about replacing people. It's about amplifying our skills. It makes great writers even faster. It makes good designers more efficient. It's basically a lever that makes you stronger. So the only real question left is, what skill of yours are you